Hey guys, it's me, 80s Run today, guys. Today, guys, I'm going to be reviewing guys Barcelona 1, Real Madrid 2. I have to say on the day that this is a result that I'm not quite frankly surprised with. In fact, I actually expected this. Now, the sad part about this game is that I really do feel like Barcelona did not play as bad as I said, as we all thought. You know, Barcelona at least showed some competitiveness and at least were at least somewhat level terms with Real Madrid. I just think that the problem with this Barcelona team is the lack of quality, and we'll get to that in a bit. But let's go ahead and look in the starting 11 that Ron Koeman selected for this game. Okay, and of course, you guys know I did share my thoughts on Twitter, so you can guys check the Twitter for more details. I didn't really go too much into depth there because I just woke up, so I'm going to expand details here. So for me, I think this starting 11 was about the best starting 11 possible. I really don't have any complaints. The only issues that my only gripes that I would have maybe made is put Longley for Eric Garcia, but likewise, I don't really know Longley would have done much better. And I think overall, this was probably the best possible lineup that was possible. Maybe put Dest back in the right back position and maybe put Yusuf Demir there or something. I don't know. Okay. So this game, guys, I really do feel like Barcelona didn't play as that bad. I really feel like Barcelona played decent, and early on the game, Fati had a great chance to score, and Militao takes him downside the box. Of course, there ain't going to be any penalty. No penalty was given, of course, as we all know. I think Casemiro gave the ball away. I noticed Casemiro wasn't really that good in this game. Vasquez, he did a tackle there on, I think it was a Memphis Depay, and Vasquez didn't even get a yellow card for that, which I was a bit surprised with. That was a foul there. And then Garcia had a really good block there. And then Vinicius did a really nice run into the box. Mingueza takes him down. I'm surprised VAR didn't review that because to me that actually looked like a potential penalty. And probably somewhat a bit of a penalty that Real Madrid should have had. I don't know if they should have had or not. Who knows to this day? And then Mark Ter Stegen, he made a bit of a mess there, went outside this box, tried to close down Vinicius, and try to ensure Vinicius doesn't score, but he really messed it up badly. Thankfully for us, it was offside anyway, so we wouldn't have counted. But yeah, and then Dest was so close. That chance from Dest, guys, I don't know how he missed that. Because for me, that chance is a chance you have to bury 9 out of 10 times. I mean, the pie feeds you through, and you're literally just inches away from the goal. This is like the chance that it's easier to miss. I mean, it's easier to score than miss. And I still can't believe Dest missed that chance, And for me, I'm still surprised, because I remember Dest I remember Dest is like one of these players that can score goals. We know that. He has a quality to do so. We know how attacking minded he is. We know that. And it seems like to me, guys, that Dest can only score like screamers. That's just the thing, that Dest can only score screamer type of goals because we have seen that for the U.S. men's national team, and that Dest won against the goalkeeper, man. How did he miss that? And then Depay had a little shot there outside the box. And then what a sequence of play from Real Madrid. The long balls from Vinicius to Rodrigo to David Alaba there, and David Alaba scores a beautiful goal. Beautiful goal indeed. And even as a rival fan, I will admit that was a quality goal. That was a quality G from Real Madrid there. I think it was a really, really good goal indeed. David Alaba scores. Eric Garcia, for me, he could have done a little bit better and blocked that shot. But regardless, it was a great goal. It was a great goal indeed. It was a great counter-attacking goal. And, I knew that Real Madrid were likely to, I knew Real Madrid were likely going to play the counter-attacking football. You could see right there that chance that Dest had. I mean, how did he miss that? Anyways, getting back to this, he dispossesses Depay, and yeah, it was an incisive pass. And it's a great goal. It's a great goal indeed. And I have to admit, it was a beautiful goal indeed. And at this point, I was so mad because Real Madrid, they weren't playing that great. I feel like we were actually playing better than them. And that is surprising to say because I actually thought Real would dominate this game. I really didn't think Real Madrid would win in this kind of fashion. They ended up doing so. Moving on, and then PK had a really good chance there to equalize, and then, of course, he narrowly misses it. So at halftime here is 1-0 to Real Madrid. Personally, I feel like it should have been either 1-0 to Barca or maybe 1-1, if we're being honest. But I think Barca deserves to at least score one. But as we all know, guys, football isn't about fairness. It's just about getting the job done and, so forth. So, yeah. And then moving on, guys, we have Oscar Mingueza that came off and Coutinho comes on, which I think was interesting. So I think Koeman realized that Mingueza in this game wasn't good enough. And so he realized that, you know what, I'm just going to continue up front in the wings, and then we'll put Dest back in the right back position where he actually belongs. And I don't really understand why I'm not Ter Stegen. Koeman wanted to try Dest in the right wing. That's why I told you guys that Dest is really good as really good as attacking prospect, but I don't think he's really that great as a winger, because as a winger you need to have speed, the pace, you need to have the finishing, and I don't think Dest is that kind of player just yet. I think it's a bit too early to say, and I think Dest really flourished well against Valencia and against Kiev because of how open their defenses are, whereas Real Madrid's defense is not as open as these two teams are. So, there's that. And a really good chance there for Coutinho there, and of course his strike gets diverted by Militao, so deflected there. And the Alaba, Courtois on the end saves there, and the Fati had a good chance there to score. I think that's the Fati chance, yeah. And then Piqué gets a yellow card for protesting, and I don't understand how this is not a penalty. Okay, there was a huge penalty claim, and I believe it was a handball. I believe it should have been a handball on Toni Kroos. I don't understand why the referee didn't look into the VR and gave that. For me, that should have been a pen. Regardless, though, of course, we know penalties is going to be very difficult to get penalties in the game. And then, of course, Dest, he had a little miscue there, made a little mistake there. And then, luckily for us, he actually recovered there and intercepted some from Vinicius, because I think his header fell to Vinicius, and Vinicius almost scored, and of course he was there to block that. So yeah. Anyhow, and then let's see what else. Any other chances I could think of. So and then of course Garcia had another good block there. And then De Jong made a really bad pass there. Real Madrid almost scored there. The Benzema missed a really good chance there, and this Fati came off. Aguero came on, and yeah, that was an interesting change there. And then Roberto came on for Frankie De Jong, I believe. And then, of course, as we all know, Luke De Jong came on for Gavi, which I didn't understand why he did that for. Then I didn't see some parts of this game, like around the 81st to 88th minute, so I can't really comment too much about that. But as you can see, there's that, and then yeah, and then I saw Courtois was in pain. Apparently he was fine, I guess. I know maybe he was faking the injury. I don't know. Anyway, whatsoever. Then 7 minutes of stoppage time was given, and then Carvalho actually came on for Valverde, which is interesting because Valverde just came on as a substitute. For I believe who was it who came on for? I think he came on for Rodrigo. Yeah, you could see. So Valverde came on for Rodrigo, Guerrero came on for Fati, Roberto came on for Frankie De Jong, and then Luke De Jong came on for Gavi, Asensio came on for Vinicius, Carvalho came on for Valverde, and of course Vasquez. It's a really good goal from Vasquez because on the other end, Barcelona had a really good chance to score. Of course, it didn't get there. Then on the counter attack, visitors, Vasquez on spot to rebound. Asensio's played through space on the left side. Channel fires his low and hard as it goes. Ter Stegen produces a save, and Vasquez displays a hunger to get there ahead of Alba to score the rebound with the outstretched boots. So you could tell right here that was going to be the winning goal. It was 2-0 at the 93rd minute. And so, yeah. And a chance Piqué, plays Depay into space on left hand, but he takes a poor first touch, and then, of course, Aguero scores. Dest gets the assist there. Surges down the right flank, whips a dangerous cross. Aguero pounds and steers the strike at the left corner of the net. Aguero scores his first goal, guys. What a goal that is this for Sergio Aguero to score on his first La Liga, first El Clasico. And he didn't even get much time, guys. He only got around 16 minutes. And you see how important Aguero is for this team, and that maybe he might be the breath of fresh air. So, yeah, as you can see, Real Madrid moved back to La Liga, top of La Liga, defeating Barca 2-1 at the first El Clasico season at the Camp Nou. David Alaba put the visitors ahead in the first half, scored a stunning after orchestrating a break from the break. Madrid had to wait until stoppage time, put away. Lucas Vasquez pounced a rebound after Asensio was denied. Sergio Aguero did notch his first goal, but it was too late for Juan Koeman's man. The Dutch man is back under the spotlight after a huge high-profile defeat. So, as I said before, guys, I still am Koeman out. And the fact that Koeman will survive after this is, I think Koeman will still survive, guys. Regardless of the fact that we lost this game, I think Koeman's still going to survive. As I said, there's really no one out there that I could really see realistically taking the job at this very moment. And yeah, as I said before, guys, because like I said right now, guys, I think Barca did play well at the end of the day, but ultimately, I just think the quality wasn't there for the Barca. I think the quality wasn't there. Real Madrid just had more quality in the game. They were more defensively strong. Barcelona were not that great for most of the game. And I think all in all, guys, I have to say that Real Madrid probably, I feel like this should have ended in a draw. I feel like a draw would have been the most fair scoreline here because I wasn't really that impressed with Real Madrid. But at the end of the day, let's just be real. Both teams were very meh on the day. They weren't that great. And ultimately, Real Madrid gets a big, crucial win in La Liga that puts them at top of the La Liga. As you can see, Barcelona currently right now is still in 8th place indeed. So, as I said before, guys, it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens. Obviously, I was hoping for Barcelona to win the game, but I knew realistically it would be difficult for us to win the game. And at least we showed some competitiveness. That's what I'm happy for. That at least it wasn't at least we didn't get destroyed in the Camp Nou or humiliated in the Camp Nou. Because quite honestly, guys, it is interesting. So that's it for today, guys. I want you guys to comment about what's your guys' thoughts on this match, of course, guys. And remember, guys, this is just my opinion. So if you feel free to disagree with me, let me know. And I'll see you guys later. Make sure you guys comment, subscribe. Check out the description below for my Twitter, Discord, and my email. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.